Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another Throwback Thursday. I am back from Vermont, and I am ready to get a little crafting time on. I am not going back too far. I'm going back to 2018, where James, I guess running is on my mind, because this is when he ran the Atlanta Road Race, the Peachtree, which is kind of a big deal down here in Atlanta. And so I have some of these pictures from the road race, and I really picked them out because I have a little bit of paper left from American Blast, and so I wanted to try and use a couple of scraps and a couple of pieces of paper that I have left with American Blast. And it came with some stickers and some embellishments. The only problem with the embellishments is they're really large, so I'm probably going to have to play around with those. But what I'm going to do for this is another simple layout. So let me move everything out of the way, and I will bring in my trimmer. So what I'm thinking that I'm going to do is I'm going to do strips across the top and the bottom, and then a bigger strip across the center. So my first cut is going to be 1 inch by 9 inches. So first I'll cut, and this is just a scrap piece that I have. So first I'm going to cut 1 inch. And then I'm going to move this out of the way. And then I'm going to move both of these to 9 inches. I'm not sure if that's full 12. Nope. So 9 inches. Oh, and you know what? I need 4 of these, not 2 of these, because I have 2 pages. There's 2. All right, so I have 4 9 by 1 inch pieces, and then I'm going to bring in this white. I'm going to use, now this is directional, and I'm going to want it to run horizontally across my page. So because of that, I need to turn it before I cut it. And this I'm going to cut at 2 inches. 2 inches. Again, I need 4 pieces. And then I'm going to cut this one. I'm going to cut 2 by 10. So I need to cut off 2 inches. It's all lined up. So that's 3 inches total so far. This is what I'm thinking. And then this one, I want to cut 2 5-inch pieces. So there's one. And there's, oh, you guys, I just cut it wrong. I hate it when I do that. All right, no problem. I cut it 4 inches instead of 5 inches, so I'm just going to add an inch. I don't have a lot of paper, so we're going to have to make it work. All right, so there's my 5 inches. All right, so I can move my trimmer out of the way. I'll move all these out of the way. And I will bring in my mat. And I like to use repositionable in my 2 corners just to keep my pages steady. And I'm going to use a light blue. I like this combination of light blue with the red, white, and blue. I know the new American Blast uses more of the Island Waters color, but for this particular one, I want to use the baby blue instead. All right. So what I'm thinking is, these will go in the center. And then I actually found this little strip, which I kind of liked, just to add a little more pop of blue. I think that's fun. All right, here's my page I messed up. Which is fine. I think once I tape it down, you won't notice. Well, if you're Sarah Jane, you might notice, but other than Sarah Jane, James and Fred will never notice. All right, so this is what I think. And then I will bring my photos in. And that one I will spotlight. So I think something like that. And then the problem is I have 3 big ones. It's just a matter. Probably put James. I'll probably peekaboo pocket this one with me and Fred. And then I have 3 more photos here. I'll probably put that like that. Oops, I have another strip here. So this is what I'm looking at. I really like the stripes with the red, white, and blue. And then I have all of these stickers. The problem I find with these stickers is it doesn't really go, and they're small. So I would have to put them in some sort of a cluster, a big cluster. But I definitely need a title up here. You know, I probably will switch this here. So I'll have a title here, a title maybe here, or an embellishment cluster, maybe that'll go like this. And then I'll put something down here. I do have this really large firework, which I like. So I might cut it in half, because then I could put half of it maybe up here somehow. And then half down on this side, so that it would spotlight both sides. It's just really large. So I don't usually use my clusters quite that big. But that might be fun to put it in each corner. I also have the American flag, which is always a fun one to add. I might make this just my title up here, maybe. And then just put a little bit of the firework behind it. That might be really fun, actually. Just have a tiny bit of it peeking through with my flag. And then put the rest of it down here. So that's what I'm looking at for my Throwback Thursday. It was 1x9, 2x10, 5x12. And then this is a 1/2 inch strip that I just had. You know, when we're cutting down our paper to 11.5 inches and we always have those 1/2 inch pieces left, that's what this is. And then I just repeated another 2x10, 1x9. So I'm liking how that's really looking. Knowing me the way that I am, I will probably mount these. I have lots of navy. I use navy a lot, and I have lots of navy scraps. So I will probably pop all these onto a navy scrap to help it pop off the page a little bit more, only because I have a white border around my pictures, and so they tend to get lost when they're on these white pieces of paper. I will probably also ink with navy blue around the white edge of my paper just to help it pop out. That's one of the things that Creative Memories is going to be moving towards in the fall. They're going to be adding some inking and stenciling options to their scrapbooking line, so that's going to be fun. So anytime you have a lighter paper, sometimes if you just ink around the edge, that will help it to stand out a little bit more. So for sure, I'm probably going to ink around the white edges of my paper. And then I just need to journal the event. It was really early on 4th of July, and we went to the race and then came home and cooked out, and James slept. So it was just a fun day, and so that's what I will journal, and then it'll be ready to go in my album. So there you have it. I hope that you like it. I hope you guys have a really great Thursday. Remember that there's a couple days left for our May floral challenge. I know you all have flowers and can do a page with some flowers, so I hope to see everyone participate in that. And other than that, I hope everyone is looking forward to a fabulous summer, and I will talk with you guys soon. All right, thanks everybody.